Acho que vai dar certo. So we online now on YouTube, morning YouTube. Today we stay here with Sydney and Lurian for a new immersion on English. The topic today is so interesting. It's about chasing perfection. Is beauty worth the hype? Before I start with this immersion, I need to introduce myself, guys, and everyone introduce yourself after. My name is Katiana. I'm 41 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm an engineer. I work on the oil and gas sector with new projects. I stay here like the other talks for improve my skills in English. I'm not a teacher. It's important, distinct, it's important, say for everyone. And I think it's these little things about me. About the Talk. It's a platform for developing your skills in English, Spanish, Italian, German, and many other language. Here, we don't have a big rules, but it's important to respect each other during the immersion because make a mistake is part of the process. It's not correct. It's not good when you correct your colleague here because make mistakes part of the process. Everyone make a mistakes every time, and we develop new skills when you understand about change the words and make mistakes in other languages. And everyone have a time for speaking about the topic. And I think it's these are little things about the talk about me. And please, Sydney, introduce yourself for us.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Sydney. I currently live in Belo Horizonte, where I've built my professional and personal life. I work as an accountant. I have been working in this field, in the accounting field, for the last 20 years. My main objective, learn English, is to find a job in an international company to work, not to work abroad. For me, would be perfect to work remotely here in Brazil, make money in dollars, and take advantage of the difference of the currency, real and dollar. What else? Well, in my free time, I like to read articles. I tried to read some books in English, but some of them were very tough. So article for me is better. It's easier to fit in my time, my schedule. I like to play some sports. I don't like so much to play football. I like more to follow it. I like to play video games, especially retro games. I like to play board games with my son. I like to hang out with my wife. Yes, yeah, it's all a little about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. And your time, Lurian. Please introduce yourself for us.
Yes, I'm Luria. I'm 34 years old. I live in Belo Horizonte too. Here in Talk and Talk, I started because of French lessons. I'm host in French here. For my free time, I really like to enjoy we are talking before for go to the beach, go out with my friends, go to the cinema, eat in a good restaurant. I think it's a really nice moment to enjoy life. And I like to learn a new language too. I'm thinking to improve my Spanish here. English before French, I I had like a basic English. I can say like in English I can communicate. French I'm better now, and I'm thinking to change to improve my Spanish too. And for my work, I am business analyst. I work in financial area in the company. Always I like math. Mathematics is a just a some kind of, I know a lot of people hate, but I like numbers and try to find solve, and that's it about me.
Thank you, Lurian. Now it's the time for start with the questions. About the question number one, what does ideal beauty mean to you, and how was it changed over time? I start with you, Sydney.
Okay, let's think. Well, what does ideal beauty means to me? Yeah, beauty for me is more about the appearance, is more about the faith and what we could see physically, we can see physically in a person. It's a mix of their personality, their way to, I think, to deal with the people. So, yeah, I think for me is it. And how have it changed over time? Yes, I think it's related about the each stage of the society. For example, if we take as example 100 years ago, I think in those days the people had a different example of a build. I would say this because let me see. Yeah, today the people comprehend like a ability to have a to attend some perils that the society uh, consider built in terms of appearance. So it's more about, it's also connect with money, the fashion world, and for example, these fashion companies that show the thing people, the thing women in these events like São Paulo Fashion Week, some events like that. So it's changing. It has changing over time, and yeah, it depends more in each stage of the society, the era that people are living, and the connect with the also connect with the some industries like the fashion industry, the entertainment industry, cinema, movies. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think Tatiana
Yeah.
it's over.
She
I
finished.
will answer the question, and if she's back, we continue. Um, for me, I think beauty standards is changing a lot. I think all the time it depends how we look for the society, or the way we look changes a lot every time we think something is more beautiful. I can use like the example for the breasts. Normally there is a moment in the society for everyone. It's nice to have a big breast. No, now it's nice to have a small one. So all this, it depends of the way we look, in my point of view, for the society, and or changing, or evolution. In the past, uh, I think we are discovering a lot of things right now. In the past, every woman and men too, but we need to cover the body, we couldn't show a lot. the body, and what it was the beauty before, né? The hair, the skin, and now we change a lot of the way, né? The fashion, and we are discovering new things. So every year, something is new, something is, in my point of view, something is. Can be new and can be like it's oh my god, it's something maybe we never realize it, maybe we could put some attention here. So, and in my opinion, this change a lot, like us, like the society, like our points of view. um each era, each year, it's possible to identify the value placed on or another body type, né? So for me, I think this is normal. Every year will change, and I don't think we have ideal beauty. In my point of view, I think we have more like some kind of what is famous in the moment, né? And this is something interesting too, because normally what is interesting, what is famous, né, what is good for the moment, everyone wants. So everyone we try to have.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of ideal, né, beauty, but we can see these, like a lot of people going to the doctors to check, the dermatologists, to do
Yeah.
like some kind of procedures, to have a big lips, to have a better skin. So all these, in my opinion, is a kind of movement. The movement is natural because we are changing, but the act that we do because of that is it's a kind of, for me, is dangerous sometimes,
Yeah.
because everyone is looking for the same thing, to have the same face sometimes. And I don't know, for me this is a kind of is a hard, it's a dangerous thought, in my opinion. That's it.
I agree with you. So, Lorian, could you read and answer the next question, please?
Really? If beauty standards disappeared overnight, how do you think people would express themselves differently? Um, like I said, it's really hard because this is beauty standards. It's some kind of a way people compare each other, uh, and base of connection. We live in a society, community. I think it's not for us, for every people, it's normal to try to be part of a group, to
Yes.
to try to connect with someone. It's part of us, in my opinion. And I really think to the physical appearance of everyone is a way to connect, because if you in your mind, né, if you think you are similar with someone, maybe you can be more acceptable, né, acceptable in the society,
Yeah.
and this is important. But if these just disappear and we cannot think about beauty standards, I think we can find other ways. I think we can think about the way you are, about not physical, but about emotions. I think we try to connect about culture to language. There is other ways to connect with people. It to compare, to try to imagine some kind of standards.
Yeah.
So we look, maybe if we don't have any physical things, I think we look more for the culture, the the feelings, I really forgot the word. Like that is a physical one, a aparência física, but who you are internally, about your feelings, about your
Yes,
characteristics. Uh,
personality.
yes. So we try to maybe to think more about that, since you don't have a physical one, and the language too. I think language can show us a lot of details of people, of culture, and it's my point
Yes,
of view. What do you think,
yes.
Sydney?
I totally agree with you, Gloria. And it's not just about the standard, the build standard, but think beyond. Uh, uh, we can, like you said, that we are humans, and we have naturally this kind of essence of us to have our individuality, our own personality that is emphasize how different we are compared to others. It's not about our body, our appearance, but also how we feel our point of view about different situations, how we used to treat some situations, some people, the way we think, all the things. And of course, the build standard is it's a kind of it's the way that the people use to express themselves. Uh, I don't know, dressing, wear a different dress, a different clothes, or put some cosmetics, makeup. I think wear different things. I think it's also one of the most important way that people use to express their identity, their personality. But like you said, there are other ways. For example, language is a different way that people express, that people see, how the people see the world, how they treat something. For example, in Portuguese, we have different words to describe some moments, some feelings. For example, we don't have a word to describe saudades in English. So we have this, and I have heard that there are some ancient language that the people they didn't have capacity to describe the thing, the past. So but the people they developed a kind of way to the people understand it in a context. So like is that, and what you you were saying something that gave me a lot of insights. For example, in a society with robots, it will be possible, like like in not Matrix, but for example, yeah, with a robot that a developer could program it to act like they want. For example, everyone will act, we act like in the same way, and will think the same way, and will walk, will dress, will do it. So in this case, it will be possible. But I think like humans in a like yeah how can I say like humans it would be impossible. Well, that's it.
Yes, it's interesting to think in the societies, like you said, if you don't have the same situation, how could be? And you give an example about robots, or maybe it's a kind of experiment. If you, even us humans, but if you put some like 100 people, just a few of us to grow really far, like a kind of experiment, how they will have this comparison about bodies if no one teach them to do this, because normally we do this because of the influence of our society. But and if you don't have these insights in your life, what do you do? So it's nice to think about that. You
That's
can
true.
go ahead about the next questions and answer, and after I can reply.
So let's go. Number 3. Uh, Social media versus real life. How much do you think built ideals are influenced by filters and the photo editing? Yes, how much do you think built ideal are? Yeah. Living in the current society, I think it's almost impossible. I think it has, of course, we must, uh, it's impossible to not, that it has a great influence. If filters, I think, because let me organize my ideas, because I don't have Instagram and no social medias, but my wife, she has. I don't have, but she one day she showed me that Instagram not automatically have a kind of edition, a kind of filters that make you uh, beautiful, more beautiful than in a real life. But I think it's, how can I say, it attract the people firstly to use more this kind of edition, this kind of apps or technology automatically, because when they go to see, when they are seeing their friends, the people in social media, and most of them looks like beautiful. I think automatically the people want to use these things, and the photo editing, that kind of technology is it's spreading faster, even if among the old people, that they are less willing to use it, but it's becoming more normal, and the so I don't agree with the things, because it's a kind of, what can I say, uh the thief, when you are not in that person and you use something to make you that I think to make you that you are not in the real life, the world. And I think when someone, for example, in that app and date apps, when you try to find someone to have a relationship, and that person see you in the photo, and when we go to see each other in the real life, it could be a kind of frustration, because some people, I'm saying about some people that use it a lot, and the other party would see you like a feeling of frustration, like, or you are so different than in the photo. So yeah, I think that was a little difficult to discuss, but that's it. And what's your opinion?
I understand everything, and it's a really sensible topic. I have socials, Instagram and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more professional one, but Instagram, I really like to. I'm not a kind of person who do stories for myself, and to put my face on the stories. But what you were saying is in Instagram, you have a filters. is start when you post some videos, you can use some kind of filters to touch your appearance. You can have some lips. The lips will be more like a kind of lipstick. Your skin will be better, and that's it. And that is nice filters too. This is I like more. It's filters that is animation. So we have faces like a dog faces. Uh, the filter, they change your eyes for big eyes for you be more like deformed. This is, I know it's weird, but and it's funny because always in my point of view, I like this not to be perfect, you know. I like just to make fun, to have fun. And about the social medias, I said before, I think all these procedures that people are doing right now, they have consequences. And I really think everyone is looking for the same thing, for the same kind of beauty standards. And when I look some teenagers sometimes, I saw the same. So for me, they have the same face, the same kind of structure, body, because everyone is looking for the same thing. And when you think social media, what social media can do? Social media can amplify this, because you have the possibility to see the life of a lot of people. Before, I said this in the other immersions here, but before, in our time, Sydney, because you said I'm old. I'm 34 years old. I remember what is my beauty standard. Is my colleagues of my school. I had my family, and that's it. This was my world. I didn't have any access to explore other cities, to explore other schools, because I was in one school, and of course, there is people from the other schools in Belo Horizonte. But I didn't have my círculo social, I think it's círculo social, circle. It was really small. I couldn't have all this access to explore. And now, people now, the teenagers now, they can do this. Us, we can do this. But since we have other kind of values, from the past, it's hard for us to be the same. But for who is growing in this environment, they will be totally affected. So filters and Instagram, look the life of the other ones in Instagram, try to compare like beauty standards and life too. I want to have the same life than the other ones. Uh, so this is really a dangerous thought, like I said. And I don't know about the future, if we keep doing this, comparing us with others, try to to be like a mirror for the others, and don't think about us. I don't know if you can have a lot of individually in the future. I think we are totally capable to be different, and try to do the things different, and discover things in the same time. But in the way the society, because of social media, we are going, looks like we are put this small. We just can have one way to be, one way to think. I don't know, it's just some kind of extremist here. I'm not I don't have expertise in this area, but it's just some kind of thoughts, I think, because I don't know how we can change this, in this society. I don't know if we have the power to do this because we are not in the same generation. And I really hope that they find a way to be happy with themselves and don't be too influenced by filters, by social medias, by anyway. It's hard because technology is so big now. I just think instead of be better, I think we'll be worse. But that's it.
Yes. So I'd like only to complement something you said about uh, in our teenagehood, we didn't have a lot of people make a kind of to have a kind to take a kind of role model for us. I remember that those days for men, we had only, for example, the famous actors. We had, for example, o Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. What
Yeah.
yeah, so okay, I want to be strong. I want to have muscles like him. So then after the years passing, we have now a lot of that role model, some people that we can take a kind of model for us, and it's very tough because back then, a few of them, I think when we have more and more people to base our ideas, I think it could mess our identity or maybe our ideas about it. So I think in the future, maybe it will be more difficult for the people to have that a lot of examples to base their ideas.
No, no, it's nice your point of view because I'm talking here about social media as like a negative side, but I think there is a good side too. It's a way to connect people. It's a way to know more, to have more knowledge about all the cultures, or the because our world before was really small. We just have some kind of interactions in the TV with the colleagues of school, the family, like that. It was small. Now it's totally amplified everything, and since you have more knowledge, you can have more uh, access to explore more things, to know more things, to discover. For me, it's really incredible what social medias and technologies can do. I'm just sometimes what I was saying before. I identify some kind of patterns, and that is for me is some kind is dangerous. So this is I don't know how we will be in a few years, in 10, 20, 30 years, um, for who is growing now with this, for the teenagers. In our cases, I think we always will be like that. We remember the past. We know how was it. We know now. We try to be better in the future. To have a better life. But then, and who is growing with all these feelings, all these insights. This I don't know, but for us, I think we are in the middle of everything. So for us, I think it's okay because we remember of the past and we can separate things. But who
Yes,
cannot, it's the problem.
yes, I agree with you. We live in a age that in a period that we had some difficult problems that the people today they normally they don't have that kind of experience. So what you said is that we have the two sides that we can balance our life, I think, and it come from the it increase our maturity in terms of the different experience, different background.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah. So let's go to the next
Yes, it's the
question.
fourth one.
Yeah. Is it my turn or your turn to read again?
No, I don't mind. You can go ahead. It's okay.
So,
It's more like a conversation since it's just us. It's okay.
yeah. Have you ever felt pressured to change your appearance because of trends? What was it? Well, for me, I well, maybe in my teenage years, in my early adult years, but yeah, it's a kind of impossible to not feeling a kind of pressure from the people from that live around you. It's not the people who live around you in terms of your family, but when you will go for some place, for example, in a when you start to work in a company that the people there they wear a different clothes. For example, like an accountant, I have a kind of pattern to wear a clothes that is fit in my area, some social I don't know how to describe it in English, but a social clothes with a shirt, with some a trouser, different trousers with a social shoes and something like that. That I can path more professionalism in my area. So yeah, this kind of pressure I felt when I started to work in this area. So, but in terms of trends, I don't remember now in my when I was a teenager some trends. Let me see. Yeah, I think yeah. In those days, I had a kind of trend to the people who dance for her. They were more they had more how can I say access to have some more dates with women. So I remember yeah the people who dance who have that ability to dance. I remember like it was a trend. What else? I remember that I tried to I had some dancing lessons, but I don't have that kind of abilities to dance, so I gave up of these lessons. Uh, what else about appearance? I remember some people, some men start to wear some. I use, I think, how to say, I forgot the name of the brincos in English, but
Earrings?
yes, I think yes,
I think it's
earrings,
earring.
earring. Okay, some men they started to use or to wear some earrings, but I felt it a little weird. I didn't use it. What else? Yeah, I think it could be a little difficult or maybe impossible to not feel that kind of pressure come from some group of people because ma- it's not naturally we try to be accept. We seek some accept they the people accept us to make us the part of this group like human beings it's very impossible to not seek it to seek validation or recognition. Okay, when we become adult and we start our family we find someone that we married and we have our family. And the people, we turn to be more maturity and we 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 be- we became more in terms of to not go so much or spend our time about acceptance from the others, but as like a teenager in our early adult life, it could be a little. I think it's more it's easier to feel this kind of pressure about our appearance. I think so.
Yes, I agree. Like I was about to answer that in my past, when I was a kid, when I was teenager, yes, even when I was in my 20s, I had a lot of pressure. Even today, I had, but today I can understand and process this and don't let this affect me. But in the past, when I was I was evaluate everything. I was trying to have my feelings, my personality. I was in a phase that I need to understand what is the best, what is nice, what is not nice. And of course, I had a lot of moments that I want to change my body, I want to change my face, I want to change my hair, even my hair. Like nowadays, I keep pintando, acho que é painting, because I don't like the painting. I don't like the color of my hair. So, but why I don't like the color of my hair? Because in the past, a lot of people was painting their hair, to be more blonde, to be more like artist, people is like famous, and that's it. And when you have a colleague, maybe a friend close to you that is blonde, why this one is blonde? I'm not blonde, so I need to be blonde. So of course we have all these kind of moments in our life that we need to change because of something. In my case, the hair I don't care a lot nowadays because I really like the color of the blonde, not blonde like light blonde. It's a kind of we in Portuguese we say morena iluminada, né? Iluminada. Brunette, lit brunette. But I really like to change a little the color of my hair because I think it's better for myself. But it's not because of the others anymore. But in the past was because of I think it's some kind of beauty standard. I think when you have light hair, it's nice than when you have just brunette hair. When you have, and nowadays there is a lot of people with brunette hair, and it's really better, like they accept themselves better. And I just think, oh my god, this could be so nice for me in the past. But yes, and the body too, like we have in our society they didn't accept a lot of fat people. If you have a little fat, uh, uh, like it's extra, extra fat, it's not acceptable. So, and now I need to eat less. I need to do sport. I need to go do a surgery, maybe, operation because of that. Of course, all these thoughts was in my mind before. Nowadays, I'm more mature to process everything, to understand. And of course, I can try to separate these. I have some things in my body that I want to change. Of course, I think every woman, all men too, but normally this is more related to humans. Um, every woman think about that, to change a little thing. This could be better. But I just the way we look for for the things I think change, and you try to check what is your priority, to try to check other ways. Don't do anything dangerous. Like in the past, my only option could be maybe a surgery, like just go to a doctor to operate me. But maybe now I can just do other things, try to have a health life, and to food, to export, try to accept me more. So I think now I have other ways to understand all these feelings about the beauty standards, and process these, and that's it.
What you said about priorities, to have now a different priorities, I think uh, today with our uh, through our experience and background, we are more mature, and we have different priorities. Like I said, for example, today we it's more acceptable for some surgeries and the aesthetic procedures. It's more affordable as well to have this kind of things, but also we have different priorities. For example, to buy a house, or maybe a car to help us in our commute time, to have a comfortable life. Like you said about health food, we must think about our longevity, and the prevent our body to take some disease. I think to make it stronger, healthy, and we also have some plans to make to have a family, or to marry, have a baby. So the things is totally different, and well, we continue to see some famous people, some influencers that could affect us a little bit in terms of some to take them a kind of role model. But when we come back to your reality, we normally see that it's not for us anymore. For example, like someone that go to the gym and stay there for 2 hours, and some of them record all their exercise all that time, but 2 hours for us, and we need to work, we need to study, we must to have time with our family. It could be too much, it could be impossible. So we can find some people to take a kind of role model, but fit the things that we think important to our reality. And for example, instead to go the gym and waste and spend 2 hours, well, spend 30 minutes will be good, because we have a lot of different priorities in your life.
Yes, it's true. I think in the end, it's just the way we look, how we process all this, how mature you are for understand all these changes, and and that's it.
Yes.
But it's complex. It's really complex. It's about acceptance,
Acceptance.
né? Acceptance, aceitação, acceptance, self-esteem, né? Self-esteem is autoestima. Yes, it's about all these things, and like we said in the first question, the way we need to be connected, we need to be part of. When you look yourself and you look the others, and that something doesn't match, it's natural. It's natural, no, because like I said, I think this is the society. But because of the way you live in a community, I think it's normal to do the comparisons, and that's it. Okay. So Sydney, we need to finish. I have other
Yes.
immersion right now.
Okay.
I will participate of other immersion too. But it was nice. It's the first time I talk with you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the conversation, and I hope see you next time.
Okay. It was a pleasure to have that conversation with you. Nice to meet you, Tudor. And I hope to see you again on
Yes,
Talk and Talk.
yes.
So
So bye
thank you
bye,
very
and
much.
have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend too. Bye bye.